Hello, YouTube. Don't know how well this is going to work out, but we're going to give it a shot anyways. Uh, First up, we got a bunch of greenlight to repair and some M2 and some other stuff. Now, how I like to repair them is just take a blister like this, trim it down. But these blisters, something I already have laying around, so they're usually free for the most part because they just be going to the recycling bin otherwise. But I just cut out a little cup like this. That gives me something to put the super glue in. And I like to use a Loctite super glue gel. Oh, look at my workbench. We got a bunch of greenlight to fix and a couple other brands. But just getting my workbench all set up. Glued up and stuck up some stickers in the back. Shout out to Champion DJK. Got his van thing right there. Only Johnny Lightning card I saved because it has his bumper stickers on it. So just a bunch of card backs I glued up there. Also something that was free, otherwise be going to the recycling bin. You also can use this clear piece of plastic to put the glue in. I do that a lot of times too. A lot of times I'll just put the glue right in there. Then I can dab a toothpick in there. But you only get one use out of this, and you might get more than one use out of this bottle. Hopefully you do, because it doesn't take much to repair these. I'll just fill up a corner of this with some of this. And we'll start fixing these. So these will need dusted off. Sometimes I just put a glob like that on the back of a card back or the back of this too. But I like the gel because you can control it more. Now you don't want to put a whole lot on here. I just put a little tiny dab. I don't want it to be seen. Once it's glued on, I don't want it to come out of the seams anywhere. Make sure it's nice and lined up. Then hold it there. If you ever have to redo anything, it seems like this glue breaks off of stuff cleanly, where the liquid stuff doesn't. The liquid seems to run places you don't want it to run. The liquid will discolor a windshield, which this green light has a very clear windshield, so I definitely don't want to discolor it. It seems like it's holding pretty good now. So Awesome, awesome truck. But the mirror fell off of it, so. Unfortunately, I have another one sitting here missing the mirror, and usually I throw them in the bed. But this mirror is not in the bed. So I have no clue where it's at. So I gotta locate the mirror for this one so we can repair it. And then this MiniGT. It's my only MiniGT I broke. Or that's broke. Mirrors feel hard on this. They do not feel soft like the other one. Must be because they're painted or something, but they are very stiff mirrors. But I broke the fin off of this one, or the spoiler, whatever you want to call it. It was my fault because I dropped it. So we're going to go ahead and glue this back on. I just want to put a little tiny dab on each. That's why I use a toothpick, so it can be very, very controlled and be just a small amount. I put this here so I can know where the center of the camera is. I don't want to get this glue anywhere else or it will stain. So you just want it right where the fin goes. Then we'll hold it till it cures enough to hold on its own. That's the only problem with this glue is the cure time. Before it sets up, making sure it's absolutely perfect. And that you can't tell that it was re-glued. Now because of the gel though, it's possible it could break off again. The liquid probably does have a lot stronger holding power. I think it actually molds plastic back together, where this does not. Unfortunately, I went through all my Greenlight wheels. I got some of these wheel packs and stuff, and I could not find a set of white walls that fit this. I did have one set of white walls, but they were a lot wider, and they just didn't look right on it. So have to find a set of Greenlight white walls that are pretty skinny so I can repair this green machine, Monte Carlo. So hopefully I can locate a set of them. But we do have this Greenlight to fix that the spoiler or fin broke off. This is a very, very small. I want to make sure I get it on right. Get the glue in the right spot. It's very unfortunate when your green light cars break. Sometimes they break when you open them up. Sometimes you might drop one and have a casualty. Don't matter what the reason is, really take your time fixing them. Don't want to get glue on your hand and then touch anything, because you won't get it off the model. And this fin just sits on here in such a funny way. Really makes it hard trying to glue it up. And I actually think this is a harder one to get than the other variation. Let me try it one more time. Alright, this is giving me some difficulty here, but I'm not going to be happy with how this one turned out. Alright, I'm going to pause the video for a second. Alright, I'm out of acetone, so I'm going to try just a little bit of rubbing alcohol, see if that will work to take just a little bit of glue off. Just got a little bit on a Q-tip. I'm just going to try right where I got the glue. Don't want to get this on the decal. Might peel it off. And no, that did not work. Alright, so I'll be after another one of them. Could not glue that fin back on without it messing up the paint on the back. So where that fin glues on, there ain't nothing for it to set on. It has like two little tabs that broke off. So there ain't nothing to hold it there, and it just wants to slide off. When it did that, it smeared the paint. So we have a casualty. We have one I wasn't able to fix. Which, unfortunately, sometimes that happens. So you'll get to see me crack a new one of these in a future video. Yeah, where the tabs used to be, they're stuck up a little bit out of the die cast, and that's not letting this little fin sit down on it. So there's little tabs that broke off inside there that will not let that wing sit down. Now I got a little bit of glue back there, a fingerprint, and then on the paint. And you can see that glue is not friendly to plastic. It melts it. And paint, it really messes up paint. And that's why you use a toothpick and just the smallest absolute amount that you possibly could use. The next one, I'm pretty sure is a CM model. Little rally car. But it comes with a little tiny antenna. I've had this for quite a while, and before I lose the little antenna, let's just go ahead and put it on here, because otherwise I'm just going to end up losing this little guy. Besides, I'm sick of the little bag sitting around the die cast. So just a little tiny little dab of glue. Maybe even a little less than that. Wipe just a hair off. And it is done. About time too, because that's been sitting there forever. Lens tail lights. Nice detail up front. Very, very awesome rally car from CM Models. CM Models does an awesome job on rally cars. Alright, now that's 3 fixed, 1 fucked up. Next one. We have an M2. This is a castle line screwed together, but I stole the real riders off this when I started customizing Hot Wheels. And now I want to put a set of real riders back on it. Because it is a nice casting. It appears that I super glued the back. See how the super glue discolored and ate the plastic away? Now, these axles pull apart. These ones do not. So I have sacrificed this Hot Wheels to get that axle off. You can just cut that off. Shut your eyes so you don't get that metal post in it, or put on a pair of safety glasses, because that thing's going to go flying. That will take out an eye for sure. The front looks like the same deal. So, sacrifice another Hot Wheels wheel. They're just plastic wheels, so I don't want to hurt the base or bend the base of this, so that's the best way to get a good bite on the post without screwing anything else up. Shut your eyes. I'll find it when I step on it. Stick the M2 wheel through here. This is a castle line, so the M2 wheels are right at home on it. These rims are probably nicer than what came on it, and I think the casting was screwed together originally, so. A little bit of trouble getting the back through for some reason, but it's almost through, and we're through. Alright. That back one might be a little long, so let's see how it fits on here. Front and the back are both a little long, so we'll have to trim these down a little. Now that piece fell off, I'll have to glue that back on the bottom. trim these down just by pinching it. Shut your eyes again. Don't want to lose an eyeball. That should fit a lot better. We'll go ahead and put a little of that back on there because that fell off. Just put that piece back on, glued it. And put a little bit more glue on this side. Help hold them in there. Seeing how it has like little tabs there. Carefully don't glue your finger to your die cast, people. Not that I have any room to talk. It's nothing I've ever done. Just like I really screw that up now. Try that again. You pick up some of that spray that makes the glues set up really fast. I don't like using the flour trick, although it does work very well. I do not like using flour unless you're gonna paint it. Should hold. Also glued my finger, which happens. It took me a little longer than I thought to fix these. Shut your eyes, trim that down a little. Hopefully that wasn't too much. Just putting a little bit of glue in there to help hold it to the axle. I'm going to let that dry before we put it back together. And this one here, it's a greenlight. White walls. I think they're a little too fat for what I need. But we're going to try it. Yep, a little bit too fat. See if it's the right diameter though. A little bit too big, I think. A little bit too fat. So definitely don't look quite the same. But they got to come off of this one. because this one did not come with the front axle on it. Now, I put these monoblocks on it, and I really like the look of these 5-spoke monoblocks. So, I think that's what we're going to go with on the back. Because I don't have another set of these rims or another set of white wall greenlight, so. Well, actually, I was only missing one rim off of there. One. But I did have a set of monoblocks, so we'll go ahead and throw the monoblocks on here. This will need trimmed down a little bit. Shut your eyes. And sometimes these can be a pain in the butt wanting to find the hole on the other side. I think we got it that time. All right. And put just a little dab of glue in there, help hold it on. And we got another green light repaired. And I think it looks pretty good with the monoblocks. So that's 3 green light and 1 M2. Or no, that's a CM. We got a CM repaired, a MiniGT, 2 green lights. We got to put that M2 back together. I put the decals on this thing, which I also have a MiniGT that needs the decals put on it. Definitely need a set of green lights for this. Huh. It's not drilled apart. Gotta be drilled apart. Might have sacrificed a couple more Hotwheels. Might have cut them off. Because no green light, you do not have to take a casting apart to get the wheels off. Alright, now I got the base to come apart. Still got to cut these off because they go through the base. Alright. Now let's look in here. I think we're going to go with these ones right here. Let's go ahead and get them out. Alright, YouTube, you gotta be careful when you insert these in, or if you push too hard, The axle will come out the front. It will poke you through your finger. Does not feel good. I have done it before. Worst part is pulling the axle back out of your finger. So it don't look like we'll have to trim that down at all. Got the other side pushed on. Might have to trim it a little bit. I usually just tap on that a little bit. You can feel when it sits down all the way. It's taken me a lot longer than I thought to fix all these, but green light back together. Another green light saved. The set of green light wheels. Very nice, well done casting by Greenlight. First time I ever started customizing, I went to a flea market. Somebody had a bunch of these, and I didn't collect Greenlight or M2 at the time, or I would have bought a bunch of them. But he was selling them for $2 a piece. So I did buy this one. And that Greenlight, and I stole the wheels from them. Shortly after that, I figured out what Castle Lime was, and I started collecting M2s. So after that, I would never steal a set of M2 wheels again. I'll just buy the M2s that come with like an auto lift and an extra set of wheels. Oh. Doesn't look bad with them wheels on there. They do roll. Oh. Gotta put the screws back in this one. Be another one done. Go, screwed back together. Done. Oh, we got 2 more Greenlight here to fix. It got 3 more Greenlight to fix. They all need something glued on them. Hello, YouTube. Sorry I stopped the video last night, but it's the next day, so everything has set up nicely. See the Mustang wheels? They roll perfect. They're not glued or nothing. They look pretty mean and aggressive on there. Might be a shade large, but on this casting I think it's alright because it has the skis. So it's ready to go back in the display. This Mustang. Ready to go back in the display. I hate having to repair diecast, but or put pieces on it when it comes. Sometimes your TLV will come with pieces. You notice a paint on the hands, that could be good signs to come. So you might want to hit that subscribe button. This is very secure now, so it can go back in the display. And the CM, in case you were wondering, they do roll perfect. Nice smooth rollers. MiniGT Senna. Fins nice and firm. Can't see no glue. A little bit of burnt looking material around where the glue is on the fin. That was actually like that. It's almost like they try and melt that fin into the casting. Or they might glue it on themselves with a kind of glue that kind of melts and distorts the plastic. And we got the mirror for this truck. So, don't know where I'm going to get another mirror at for the other one. But I actually think one of these, the mirror fell off after I opened it. And another one, it was missing when I opened it. And I even looked in the packaging and I could not find it. So it might be that one. And I got a little bit more glue out because we're going to glue this bumper back on this. I think it's a Chevy Caprice. See, the bumper fell off. But just like on these old cars, the bumpers are cheap and easily replaced. I'll just put a little dab on each post. This still does have the plastic post on it, unlike the other one. The Trans Am with the fin, it did not have the post on there. The posts were broke off in the casting. So it would not sit flat or right. I should have got the little broken pieces out first, but I did not. And I probably would have been able to glue it up. Just a couple little dabs, little itty bitty dabs of glue on there. Camera does not focus. All right. If you ever get any glue on your hands, it's game over. Stop, clean your hands off, let them dry, do whatever. If you touch the side of the car, the wheel, any piece of plastic, you're gonna ruin it. So, got that firmly in place. No visible glue. There was a little dab, but I wiped it off. So set that there to dry. And then we're going to do this one because it's easier than the green machine. So this one just had some of the pipes fall off from the exhaust. Look at that. 2 pipes. Or no, 1 pipe into a muffler with 2 coming out, and then the 2 split into 2, so you end up with 4 on each side. I should do that with my truck, but bring all 8 out the back. That'd be crazy. 8 tips. That's a little extreme there. I don't think I would do that. Now 4 tips out the back, 2 on each side. That probably look cool. And this one has nice big post. So just put a little dab of glue on each one. Hopefully you don't see my head leaned into too many of these shots. I got a little glue on my thumb, so I'm not going to use that hand to secure it. I'm going to wipe that off and try and dry it up. These called zoomy pipes, or am I thinking of something else? Got them pushed into place quite easily. Quite easy repair there. And the last one, another one I'm nervous about. Only because I get a little bit of glue on that windshield, it's game over. Alright, let's get this one done. This is the last one besides the details on that one. This one, I might put it in the holes. I think I am. Just a real little amount. I can see a little bit of residual glue on the middle hole. Seems like that's the only one Greenlight put glue on. Try and get a little bit on all three, but not much. Alright, we'll hold that there for a couple minutes. Now once that dries, make sure that's up straight. And another one repaired. So there you go. We were able to fix quite a few die cast. A lot longer of a video than I thought. What did it end up being, 30, 40 minutes? Look at the number of cars we repaired. Got one fell back in the back. Need to get, not really a fell, I just need to get white wall tires for it. But we're able to repair all of them die-cast cars so they can all go back to the shelf. A lot of them are original still. A couple of them there in the back. Kind of bothers me they don't have the original wheels, but they look good with the wheel choice that I think I chose for them. Definitely make sure you hit that subscribe button, the like button. And if you want to see more custom videos or videos of fixing stuff, fixing all them die-cast cars was just the first thing I had to do. Next, we will... I never liked the rims on that custom ever since I made it. So I'm thinking of changing them. And I'm thinking... Where are they at? Right here. I ordered a set of these. I only have one set. But I'm thinking they need to go on there. So let me know down in the comments if you guys want to see a video of me trying out these wheels for the first time and trying to put them on this. Let me know down in the comments. I get enough comments on it, I'll make a video on it. But I just found an M2 I needed to repair. So this came broken in the mail. I think the fin's floating around in there somewhere. Let's see. If you don't mind sticking around for a couple minutes, I already got the glue out. Just need a way to cut it open. Yeah, it's sealed. It's never been opened. So that shows you I got it in the mail like that. So it probably got banged around or dropped by the mailman. There's a fin, spoiler, whatever you want to call it. No, it has been opened. I must have showed it in the video because the door's not open. I'm pretty sure this comes with the door open. This one has the plastic tabs broke off in the casting. So I'm going to try and line it up with no glue on there and see. Alright, with no glue on there, it is pretty damn hard to line up. I don't know if I want to attempt this. Just sits right on there. Looks like the original did have tabs. Alright. Wish me luck. Alright. Looks like success. Seems to be glued on nice and straight. That was not easy to do. Just going to gently set it down over here to cure. Absolute beautiful release. This is a casting I do collect from M2. Absolutely beautiful. Love this car. Love the orange. Love the deco. Absolutely gorgeous car. So glad I was able to fix that without screwing it up. As I break it off, putting the cover on. Just kidding. Hopefully it just sits there till it cures. And then I can put all these with their family. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, leave comments. Let me know how you repair your diecast, or if you just buy a new one and hope you don't have an issue with it. Like I'm gonna have to do with the Trans Am now. Because of that. You see what that glue does to paint? Do not get that glue on paint or windshields. Try and keep it just on the plastic. Have a good day, diecast family.